So, shout out to Dob for posting this, but this is each NFL roster ranked by PFF. Now, earlier this offseason, we looked at each roster ranked by ESPN, and I almost had myself an absolute freaking crazy screaming match because the fact that ESPN decided to put the Buffalo Bills above us. I don't care who you put above us. Do not put the Buffalo Bills. I don't care. Well, PFF's a little bit more reasonable, and I give credit to PFF for this. And yes, I'm, giving away the secrets here. PFF did not have the Bills above us. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So the top four they have are the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Jets. Which, to be honest, I'm not going to sit there and really disagree with this as much. Yeah. No, I really don't think any of the... all these teams have really great rosters. Jets have a great offense, got a great defense. Obviously, they worked on the offensive line this offseason. The Eagles forever, at this point, have the more depth on defense and their defensive line than anybody. Their secondary, they worked on that this offseason as well. Well, I guess worked on. They added a million more pieces to the secondary. Jason Kelsey's really the biggest problem at center, but they did take a guy a couple years ago who's going to be that center. The Chiefs, they upgraded the receiving core. They have a great defense. They have a great offensive line. They obviously have the second best quarterback in the league. And then the 49ers are always stacked. So the top four, I'm not really too crazy about. I know we're not going to get ranked in the top four. We actually did make it into the second category. The Ravens, the Lions, the Texans, and the Bengals. And again, I'm not really going to argue too much about this. I think the Texans are probably the most complete roster on this tier right here. I would probably put them at number 5. The Lions, I would probably put at number 6. And then I'd probably say Ravens and Bengals kind of even here. The Ravens have a lot of things that, they have a lot of positive things about their roster, a lot of positive things about our roster. And again, I maybe even put the Ravens above us. I don't really think it's too crazy to say that with, again, how these teams are kind of stacked up. That's why I've said the AFC North is the toughest division in football because we all have great rosters. So, for the most part, though, again, PFF, no Buffalo Bills above us. I love you, PFF. Just tell ESPN to get that narrative going, too. Anyway, though, tier list 3 we have is the Cowboys, Bills, Dolphins, and Browns. Okay, I'm now requesting something else. The Bills should not be above the Browns. The Bills should not be above the Browns. I want 3 AFC North teams above the Bills now. I am greedy now, boys. I am greedy. No, on a real note, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the 3rd best quarterback in the league. I can't even play with that. I think the Browns have a really good roster. They really do. But I think the Bills overall wise, Josh Allen, obviously they lose Stephon Diggs, but they still got Dalton Knox. They still got Kincaid. They still got their halfback, James Cook. They still got a really solid defense, Von Miller as well. So I'm going to be okay at 10. Honestly, I might put the Bills at 9. I like the Bills roster a little bit better than the Cowboys, and it's mainly because I hate Dak Prescott. And I also think Josh Allen really holds that team down. And eventually they're just going to they're going to put just linemen at wide receiver and tight end, and then just run a full-on Wildcat system with Josh Allen and James Cook. Eventually, the Bills will do that, and that will make them the best team in football. But no, on the real note, Cowboys, okay, Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins, they still got that receiving core, man. That receiving core is deadly. Browns, they also picked up Odell Beckham this offseason. The 4th tier is going to be the Packers, the Rams, the Falcons, the Steelers. The Steelers with a new kick returner, Justin Fields. If they do that, I will laugh my butt off when the season kicks around. But Packers, Rams. I guess I don't know how I feel about this one. The Falcons are always so weird to me because it's like they do have a good roster. I'm not trying to sit here and trash them at all. And they got Kirko, they got what's his name, Kyle Pitts. Never throw the ball too. They got Drake London. They also got some other receivers this offseason like Donnell Mooney. I think they also picked up Russell Gage or maybe somebody else. They picked up somebody else as well. So they're always weird to me. But Rams, yeah. Packers, I don't know if I would put the Packers this high on this list. And I'm usually like very high on the Packers. But I might put the Rams one step at the 13. Falcons at 14 and then the Packers. I don't know if I would put the Packers above the Rams and above the Falcons. The rest of this list here we have is going to be Seahawks, Bucks, Jags, Bears, Vikings, Colts, Raiders, Saints, Titans, Chargers, Commanders, Cardinals, Patriots, Panthers, Giants, Broncos. Yeah. These last two categories I'm fine with. I might put the Titans a little bit higher on this list. I feel like Titans have some firepower on that roster. Seahawks, I would put the Bucks above the Seahawks. I would put the Bears. I think the Bears should go above the above the Seahawks as well. I put like if I had to re-rank this, I put it as Bucks, Bucks, Bears, Jags, Seahawks. I feel like the Bears. I mean, I'm not again bullish on the whole Caleb Williams. I'm not a Caleb Williams truther, but I do feel like Caleb Williams with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I feel like at some point you have enough good players that you can win games and be good as a roster just based on that. Vikings, yeah. Vikings is it's just Sam Darnold situation. JJ McCarthy, Sam Darnold, they don't have a quarterback. They have great receivers. They have a great team. But quarterback. Colts, it's again, all these teams, one of these teams, I promise you right now, one of these teams right here from 21 to 31, one of these teams will shock us this year. And will be almost either a playoff team or almost a playoff team. I think it's going to be the Chargers. I just got that random feeling. But overall wise for PFF, as always, I think they knocked it out of the park. I really have no disagreements. Usually when I do these lists, I have like a lot of disagreements. And I'll be like, I don't know about this and this. This is actually a pretty good list. I think they did a really good job on this one. When you go into a list and your only criteria is the Bills just can't be above us, you don't have as many, question marks about the rest of the list. The second you put the Bills above us, and then we're fighting. Like, that's automatic. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'll see you guys next one.